Hey, what's up everyone? It's Sam Ovens and I wanted to shoot this quick video to show you how to think in December and how to plan 2015 so that it's a breakthrough year for you, your business, and everything else inside your life. So it's about that time of the year, late December, where everyone's going on vacation and sort of turning off from work, and it just bewilders me that people don't think about the next year to come and the year that's just been. Years are a big deal for me, and I honestly feel like years should be a big thing for everyone. I mean, a year is a lot of time. We can't get a year back, and we only live for a finite number of years. It's what our life is, and I really treat years seriously, and I think about the year that's just been, and I think about what mistakes I made and what things I did right, and I just write it all down. I just sort of brainstorm. This is what I do in December, and I just write it all down and think, like, what did I do wrong? What did I do right? And am I happy with the progress? And then once I've done all of that, I start thinking about 2015, and I think, well, at the end of 2015, when we get to this, late December vacation period, if I was sitting on a beach somewhere, what would I have had to have achieved so that I was completely content with myself and everything in my life? And I start writing it down again. So I'm kind of looking at things I did right in the previous year, things I did wrong in the previous year, and then I'm thinking forward to 2015, fast tracking right through to the end and thinking, what things would I have had to have achieved so that I would be completely content? And this is awesome stuff to do in December. There's not a whole bunch of selling to do. Everyone's on vacation. And if you're in a line of business like myself, there's hardly any sales done. All the staff have gone on vacation and things like that. So there's not a whole bunch of work to be done. But I like to think a lot in December, and that's why I'm shooting this video, to show you how to think in December and how to plan 2015 so that it's a breakthrough year for you and your business and everything else inside your life. So, a little exercise. What I like to do is print off these PDF calendars. So I've included these PDF calendars for download below this video. If you're watching this video anywhere else other than my blog, head over to samovens.com and then click on the blog button, and you'll be able to see this post and download these PDF calendars. So what I do is I get 2015 as a PDF calendar, and I take it to a print shop and get it printed out on these nice big A3 sheets of paper. So nice and big. And to get it printed out, it only costs like $15. $15 to plan, the next year of my life is a pretty good deal, I think. So what I encourage you to do is print these things out and then find a nice big blank wall and stick them up like this. So here on this wall, we've got January, February, March, April, all the way through to December. And the amazing thing about this is, this is a year. This is what 2015 looks like. There's 52 weeks, 365 days and 12 months. That's a year. And it doesn't matter who you are, what niche you're in, what industry, or where you live in the world, nothing matters. Every single person on the face of this earth has the exact same amount of time. So what I encourage you to do is print this out, put it on your wall, and then just stand back and think about what major things would you want to achieve so that when you get to the end here in December, that you're content with yourself, your progress, your business, and everything else inside your life. So stand back and think, not from the start, but the end. I want you to reverse engineer everything, think backwards. This is the trick to it. So you want to think, if I was here at the end of the year, December 2015, lying on a beach on vacation, what would I have had to have achieved so that I was completely content with myself, my progress, my life, and everything? What would I have had to achieve? Think this is the way to plan. Start from December and reverse engineer it. Now, things to think about is, if you've got a business, then, obviously revenue is an important figure. So you're going to want to have a revenue goal. So you should plan by the end of December 2015, how much revenue do you want to have? Well, write it down. Then by the end of December, how many customers, how many clients, how much staff? What I encourage you to do is only think and only plan about the things that truly matter. So in business, it's revenue, clients, customers, leads, free trials, real metrics. It's not things like redoing the website, doing a blog post, or, that stuff doesn't matter. I just want you to only plan and only think about things that truly move the needle inside your business. So for me, my things are, revenue, clients, and then I get that revenue figure. So let's say by the end of the year I want to have X in revenue. Well, I work out, then I divide that by 12. So if I want, a certain figure here, then I divide that by 12 and then work out how much revenue that is per month. And then to get that much revenue per month, then I work out, well, how many customers do I need to get? And then when I work out how many customers I need to get, I work out how much marketing do I have to do so that I can get that many customers. And to do that much marketing, how much money do I need to spend on advertising and things like that? And I come up with a budget. So each month I know what marketing activities I'm doing, how much I'm spending, and what the key performance indicators are each month. The things that move the needle. Not things like redesigning the website, doing a blog post, doing a Twitter post. Not important when you're planning 2015. Just things that move the needle. Now, if you're thinking, well, how do I know what things move the needle in my business? Well, the answers are back in 2014, the year just been. I want you to take some time to review 2014. And if you've got a business, look at your revenue figures and your sales figures for the whole of 2014 just been. And look at months that went really well and months that went bad and think, gee, what did I do in, say, March that made me make so much money? If you are in the consulting business and you did a big campaign, well, if that campaign worked in March and got you, that was your best month, well, is there any reason why you can't do that exact same campaign every single month for the whole of 2015? That moved the needle in 2014 for that 1 month. Well, why didn't you do it every single month? And is there any reason why you can't do it every single month the next year? The thing about this world is that the things that really matter to business and to everything are just hiding right in front of you in plain sight. Everyone has the data from 2014. Go back to it, review it, look at the things that really moved the needle, and then plan them and schedule them so that they're done consistently and reliably throughout 2015. I see some guys that had an awesome March because they did a direct mail campaign and then they stopped and they're looking for the next best thing to do in 2015. Well, just stop, go back a minute, and why not plan to do that every single month inside 2015? Just plan the things that are truly going to move the needle for your business. So what I want you to do is get these sticky notes here and write down these key things that are going to move the needle for your business and put them up on this calendar. Now, why you don't write on the calendar itself is because this is printed paper and we stick it up on the wall, and if you write on it, you're going to change things, you're going to switch things around, and it sucks to have to pull it down, print out a new one, stick it up. So use the post-it notes. You can pick them up for like $2 from Amazon or just a print store, and write down the things that you're going to have to do to move the needle in your business. So if you want to have achieved $1 million in revenue by the end of 2015, divide that by 12. Then each month, how many customers? And then to get that many customers, how much marketing? To do that much marketing, how much marketing budget, what channels, what are we going to do? Write it down and put it on the day. This is big enough so that we can have one of these post-it notes on every single day of 2015. Now, I don't want you to plan 2015 down to the day right now because a lot of things are going to change. I only want you to plan, the big impact things that are going to move the needle. So a marketing campaign, how much we're going to spend, and then how many customers we're going to get and how much revenue that should be per month. And does all of that add up to what I want to achieve in December 2015? So that's what I want you to do. Print out all of the stuff, stick it up on the wall, and then use these post-it notes to plot the things that are really going to push the needle and move the needle in 2015 for you and your business. Now, don't be fooled into just planning business things. I can tell you firsthand that I've made this mistake countless times. When I was reviewing 2014 and looking at, the things I did wrong, one of them was really neglecting my health. I neglected going to the gym and eating good food because I had somehow convinced myself that that time was better spent doing work. And let me tell you that that was a mistake, and it really took a toll on me in 2014, and I don't want 2015 to be that way. So in my plan and what I'm plotting out in 2015 isn't just business related, it's health and relationships and things like that too. So, I'm plotting the vacations that I want to take, and I'm plotting, business stuff, but also, fitness and health goals too. It's about planning a life. It's not just business. Business is a big piece of life, but it's about planning everything. Don't fall victim to the mistake of just planning business and money related goals. So print it all out, plot all your goals, and just in December, this is what you should be thinking about. What did I do right? What did I do wrong the last year? And then what do I want to have achieved at the end of 2015? And then how am I going to do that, and what's it going to look like? Print it out, put it up on the wall, stand back, and plan 2015 in this vacation period that we're on right now, so that next year is a breakthrough year for you, your business, and everything else inside your life. So if you've checked this video anywhere else other than my blog, head over to samovens.com, and what I want you to do is download these things, print it out, and then give me some feedback. Below this video there's a comment section. Leave me some comments. Tell me some things you liked about this video. Give me some feedback, and post what you think and what you believe are some of the things that are going to move the needle in your business and in your life. So, do all of that, and then what I want you to do is, do this activity and enjoy your break. This isn't time to be doing busy work and emails and things like this. It's time to spend with your loved ones, your family. It's time to relax. And it's time to think about the year that's just been, what you did right, what you did wrong, and it's time to think about 2015 and what things you want to achieve. Believe me, there's nothing more therapeutic and relaxing to do on a vacation than just think about things and plot things on a calendar. Most people don't get time to do this any other time, so it's an awesome exercise to do at this time of the year. Now, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. Hope you have an amazing time, and thanks for watching.